So here we have some word problems, and we have to make sure that we know what our variables are going to be in this problem. So we need to first of all figure out what are we looking for. So it says we have 42 coins, twice as many dimes as nickels, half as many quarters as nickels. He has $4.50. How many of each coin are there? Let's just say many. Okay, so how many of each coin are there? So we need to let our variables represent the number of coins. So I'm going to let x equal the number of, and in this case, I want to try to avoid having too many variables. So I'm going to do this. So dimes are compared to nickels, quarters are compared to nickels. So I'm going to let x be the number of nickels. Okay, and I can use different variables for dimes and quarters now, but since dimes are being compared to nickels, and it says I have twice as many dimes as nickels, what I can do is this. I can say that 2x then represents the number of dimes, because this shows that I have twice as many dimes as nickels. And then it says I have half as many quarters as nickels. Again, it's being compared to nickels, so if I just take the nickels and divide them by 2, I have the number of quarters. Okay. And this represents the number of coins, but not the value of the coins. So we have to be careful to distinguish between number and value. So we know that these coins add up to 42, so I can do this. I can say that 42 is equal to the total number of coins. This is number of coins, number of nickels, number of dimes, number of quarters, and I can solve for x. That's one way to do it. Okay, so this is, and I'll solve this. Okay, so I end up with, this is going to be 42. Let's multiply everything by 2 here. So I'm going to end up with 84 is equal to 3x times 2. I'm going to make that 6x plus 1x, so 7x in total. So if 84 equals 7x, divide by 7, divide by 7, x equals 12. So we have 12 nickels, we have 24 dimes, and we have 6 quarters. And in value, that represents 60 cents, $3.60, $1.50. Yeah, that equals $4.50. Okay, so that's one way I could have done it. I could also set up a separate equation in terms of the value of the money. Okay, so I can say that $4.50 is equal to the value of the nickels times the number of nickels, the value of the dimes times the number of dimes, the value of the quarters times the number of quarters. And that will give me the same solution. Okay, so again, I'm going to multiply everything by 2 just to start. Okay, so I'm going to times everything by 2. So I get 0.10x. This is going to be 0.2, 0.4, so 0.40x plus 0.25x. Okay, so I get 9 is equal to, and I add that all together. That's going to be 0.75x is equal to 9, divide by 0.75, divide by 0.75. Okay, we end up with x is equal to 12. It's the same solution that I got over here. Okay, so this equation, if we set up our variables correctly, and if we try to avoid having too many variables, we can make this equation much easier. In fact, we have too much information here. We don't need both the value and the number of coins, because once we set it up this way, we can make an equation with the number of coins. Okay, so I'm going to just write here, this is the number of coins. Okay, as long as it all matches, coins equals coins, or here we have the value. Okay, where we have dollars equals dollars. Okay, and you can solve it either way. So here's another word problem. It says the first number is 7 greater than the second, the third is twice as big as the first. Okay, and the sum of the 3 numbers is equal to 23. And what's implied is we need to find the 3 numbers. Okay, now we could have 3 variables, but we'll try to avoid the 3 variables. It says 7 is the first number is 7 greater than the second. Third is twice as big as the first. So they're both being compared to the first number. So I'm going to let x equal the first number. Okay, or the first number. So then I need to express the second. The second number, first number is 7 greater than the second. That means that if I take the first number and take away 7, I end up with a second number. Okay. The third is twice as big as the first, so if I take the first number and double it, I'm going to get the third number. Okay, so now I have my variable set. I have only one variable, so I just need to set up an equation here. And I set up my equation using this statement. The sum of the three numbers is equal to 23. Well, 23 is equal to x plus x minus 7 plus 2x. Okay, so 23 is equal to, well, I have 4 x's minus 7. Okay, so I'm going to add 7 to both sides. So I get 30 equals 4x. Divide by 4. So x works out to be 15 over 2, which is 7.5. Okay, so the first number is 7.5. The second number is 0.5. This number is double as 15. So when I add those together, do I get 23? I do. This is the correct answer then.